Here with head men's basketball coach David Greer as he is about ready to start his 21st season at Wayne State. Coach, we'll start last season, regular season GLIAC champions in a really challenging year, but it seems like you guys leaned into some of the challenges and made the most of that regular season.
Yeah, I thought we competed really well, and you got to give our administration a lot of credit. Navigating us through that, and I thought the conference did a good job of allowing us to play. First of all, because football didn't have a season, and to be able to just get through that season and just have the young men get an opportunity to play was a blessing.
Now, as we get ready for this season, we're in a new building. You're in a new office. Talk about some of the exciting things happening over here in the field house. And maybe there's some challenges along with that, some growing pains as you move into a new space.
Yeah, that's always the case. We just moved in, so getting used to the environment over here, and obviously the partnership with the crews is outstanding, and hopefully that goes well. And we're just looking forward to getting after it a little bit. And it's a great venue, great place to watch a basketball game. There's not a bad seat in the house, so. We just got to, do our part and try to help fill it up.
Filling it up, I think it'll be pretty full on November 5th when the Wolverines and Juwan Howard come to visit. One of the better teams Michigan's had in a while, so I'm sure you're thrilled about that exhibition on November 5th, 7 p.m. I think it'll be full. Talk about what that game means to the university.
Well, really, thanks goes to the University of Michigan because having a team of that caliber come to your having any Division I team come to a Division II venue is unheard of. But, thanks to them that they're willing to come help us celebrate the opening of our arena, and hopefully they'll take it easy on us.
Looking ahead, most of your team's back. You got a few little injuries and some other things, but most of your team is back, including Braylon Neely, Darian Owens-White. You got Ray Williams had a great end of the year, and Avery Lewis was an all-conference player. What are you looking for from the core of your team, especially that 1-2 punch that you have in the front court there?
Really, Darren and Braylon Neely, those guys were outstanding. This first year they actually got to play together. The year Braylon played, Darren was hurt, and last year was the first year they got to play together. So I expect them to be a little bit more in tune with each other this year.
That's scary. That could be scary for the rest of the league.
And I thought Avery Lewis was outstanding. Having had to sit out the year before, and it was all defensive team and second team all conference, and guarding guys 2 or 3 inches bigger than him. I thought Avery was outstanding, and I thought Ray had a great year for a freshman. I thought he came in and he sort of filled a lot of holes that we needed filled up, and those guys know the system. I expect those guys to be tough. I expect them to embrace the challenge and get after it.
Some transfers, and especially another guy that played pretty well was Michael Robinson. Talk a little bit about him before we get to the newcomers.
Mike is a really versatile wing. He made some big strides towards the end of last year, had a great summer. So we anticipate him and Ray being on the wings and giving us a lot of versatility on defense. Those guys can go in there and rebound. They can switch on the perimeter, and they can get out in transition. So Mike has had a great spring and summer. So we anticipate him being up to the challenge.
Now we're moving we'll go in the paint a little bit with Nate Talbot, one of the transfers, Missouri Western kid, Tyree Martin. Talk about those two and some of the physicalness they could bring to the roster.
Different type players. Tyree's more transition, like to get out and run. Nate's got some experience. He's a big body there. Battled a lot of injuries last year, during the COVID season, but, gives us like a great size in there, knows the system. So, it gives us the ability to play big, even though, we tend to play small a lot, but, those guys will give us the flexibility to play with some size.
Looking at the schedule, always the case with you, except last year when it was just a GLIAC schedule, tough non-conference schedule. You got Hillsdale, you got Lewis, and talk about some of those games and how they'll get you ready for a GLIAC season.
Well, those are the games you want because they do get you ready. We open up and go to Ashland, and that'll be a tough game. Ashland, obviously beat us in the NCAA tournament. Hillsdale was in the NCAA tournament, and Lewis was in the NCAA tournament in our region. So those teams return all their players, so it'll be very competitive, like our league. So we look forward to the challenge, and we get 2 of them at home and 1 on the road. So.
To finish up, GLIAC obviously there's returners on every team. It seems like every team's going to be really leaning on that leadership. Who are you liking other than the Warriors here in the GLIAC?
Well, I thought the league was really balanced last year. A couple breaks here and there. Anything unfolds. But obviously Tech brings a strong team back. I thought Grand Valley was really strong last year, and Ferris, was hitting their little stride there towards the end. But I think with a full preseason and a whole season to settle the score, I think that any of those teams will be a challenge for us. And but the key to winning any kind of championship is you got to defend home court, and you got to split your games on the road, and we were able to do that last year. So I think if we can do that, we'll be right there looking at it.